Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us on this edition of UCentral News. Our top story here at 4:30, the ongoing war in Ukraine. The UN Refugee Agency says this situation created the largest refugee crisis in this century.
That's right. More than 600,000 people are believed to have fled the country. The UN estimates at least 102 civilians have died so far. Ukraine's president is accusing Russia of war crimes.
We are fighting for our rights, for our freedoms, for life, for our life. And now we're fighting for survival.
These are the human rights abuses this council was created to stop. If we cannot come together now.
The Russian military is warning of more attacks. The U.S. Secretary of State is now considering kicking Russia off the Human Rights Council. And President Biden will deliver his first State of the Union address tonight. A key focus, the U.S. response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Aides say the president's speech will also address the economy. This includes record inflation and price spikes from the grocery stores and gas pumps. The president will begin his speech at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And protesters have been traveling to Washington, D.C. over the past days from all over the country, including some truckers who are protesting COVID-19 mitigation efforts. The traveling protest made its way through Oklahoma on Sunday and is expected to be in D.C. by the end of this week.
And across the nation, COVID-19 cases, hospitalizations, and deaths continue to decline. But top health officials say vaccination and boosting will be critical to keep that momentum going. FDA officials say a fourth dose could happen this fall. Right now, the CDC has not recommended a fourth dose for the general public, but suggests it's a good idea for those with weakened immune systems.
Who are immunosuppressed should be going and getting a fourth shot because their bodies are less able to produce that protection that the rest of us have.
Currently, about 65% of the U.S. is fully vaccinated and nearly 43% have gotten a booster. And last night was Edmond's second city council meeting for the month of February, and on the agenda was a proposal for the addition of another fire station in Edmond. I went to the meeting to get more on the story. Take a look.
On Monday, February 28th, Edmond's second city council meeting for the month of February convened. One of the first things on the agenda was the proposal from Fire Chief Chris Goodwin for Edmond Fire Station number 6.
We have been evaluating the need for a new station. We've done some fire station location studies, and it identified we do need a new station in Northwest Edmond.
Our goal is, and by NFPA best practices, we want to be able to get an engine company on scene within 4 minutes, okay? And so the 4 minutes is kind of the brown shaded areas around our fire stations where we can get an engine company there quickly. The blue is an 8-minute area. And so you'll see most of that area we're talking about now is 8 minutes.
The proposed fire station would go near the intersection of North Kelly Avenue and West Sorghum Mill Road, just north of Cross Timbers Elementary School.
So we had actually done a fire station location study years ago that identified that area of the town as needing a fire station, but it just wasn't time to build it at the time. When we bought that land, there was very little out there. And that area has developed significantly to the point that it's time for us to move. We know there's more development coming, so this is a good time to get started before that all occurs.
Goodwin says that they will get started as soon as they can. After design work and the construction contract are finalized, it'll take roughly 14 to 16 months to build the new station.
And we are enjoying some amazing temperatures today. I cannot wait for these next few days. MC, what do you got?
Tell us what you got.
Thank you, Jessica and Patrick. We are seeing some very, very beautiful weather, but right now let's go ahead and talk about the current conditions here on campus. 77 degrees right now. It's very sunny. It feels amazing outside. I've seen a few people with shorts walking on campus. Yes, it's been very, very warm. We have the winds coming in from the west, 8 miles per hour. Humidity is sitting at 13%, and it does feel like the big number up on the screen. Now, the current conditions across the state, we're seeing a lot of 70s, basically high 70s across the state right now. Here in the metro, 77, like I said. Same thing in Enid, 75 in Altus and in Ardmore, 72 in Idabel and Miami, 76 up in Guyman. Now, the weather headlines is what we're going to get into. Like they said, warm temperatures throughout this week. We're going to see warm temperatures go into Saturday, and then we're going to see a chance of rain going for later into the weekend. Now, with that warm weather, we are going to see some critical fire risk. So make sure you guys be careful and mindful of that. And then I have our Women's History Fact of the Day right down there. Happy National Women's History Month to all my women out there. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, MC. And faculty mentoring will be underway tomorrow for mass communication students in room 206. Students can meet professors one-on-one and ask questions about courses, class schedules, and career planning. The event was rescheduled for tomorrow after being canceled last week due to weather.
And UCO students can use their voice for a campus culture survey. The survey runs from March 7th to April 29th. This survey allows UCO to assess interpersonal violence on campus. UCO says it will use the results to implement change and create an environment where all students succeed.
The Melton Gallery here on campus will be closing out their latest exhibit on Thursday this week. UCentral's Cameron Forrell has more on the exhibit's closing reception and what we can expect next.
The UCO Melton Gallery will be hosting a free closing reception for the Midnight Garden by Miriam Rana on Thursday. Veronica Cianfrano, curator and director of the Melton Gallery, explained what the closing reception will be like for students.
The closing reception is pretty simple. It's light refreshments and then a last chance for people to come see the show before it comes down and ask me any questions that they may have about the exhibition as a whole or about what we do in the gallery.
Melton Gallery is always looking for new students to submit their work. Miriam Rana is a new name to the gallery. Is there any chance of a possible return for her work in the future?
So this is the first time Miriam Rana has exhibited her work in this space. And it's been my privilege to do that, but I do try to spread the resources that we offer.
Though the Midnight Garden ends on Thursday, students should expect new exhibits to form as soon as March 10th.
Women's History Month exhibition going up in Crottinger Gallery. It's the second in a series of 3 student-run, student-centered exhibitions in Crottinger Gallery, which is in Mitchell Hall in the Mitchell Education Center.
The event will be held from 5 to 7:30 p.m. in the UCO Fine Arts and Design building. Make sure to see the exhibit before it is gone. From Edmond, Oklahoma, I'm Cameron Forrell, UCentral News.
Thanks, Cameron. Still ahead on UCentral News, we're warming up for spring and MC's full forecast. But first, UCO celebrates their Employee Appreciation Week with pop-up events across campus. UCentral's Amber Poston has the story when we return from break.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Well, all week long, UCO will be celebrating Employee Appreciation Week with pop-up events around campus.
UCentral's Amber Poston takes a look into what UCO employees can expect.
Teacher Appreciation Day is last week, but UCO wanted to extend their appreciation by dedicating a week to faculty.
UCO is hosting its pop-up events throughout the week, which are different every single day. There will be treats passed out to students, faculty, and professors.
This is Employee Appreciation Week, and it's the first week of March every year. So we're doing different Popeyes across campus this week. You get to spin the wheel, and whatever the wheel says is what you get. So it's different UCO gear and swag, and then you also get a fun little snack. We have sweet, salty, and chocolate as well. So we have water bottles, cup koozies, mop heads, little Buddy Broncos, all kinds of fun things.
There are chances for employees to win treats and supplies from the swag closet. And we would like to thank you guys so much for everything that you have done for the students throughout the beginning through the end of graduation. Y'all have worked so hard, and we appreciate you guys so much for everything that you all do. Reporting from Edmond, Oklahoma, Amber Poston, UCentral News.
Thanks so much, Amber, for that. We appreciate all the employees here on UCO. We definitely also appreciate this fantastic weather we're having right now.
Oh my gosh, yes, MC, please tell me there's more coming.
That is right, you guys. We are going to be seeing some more warm weather. Let's go ahead and get into your weather headlines for right now. Warm temperatures throughout the week. Just like I said, we're going to see warm temperatures go all the way to Saturday, and then we're going to see a little bit of rain for the weekend. Now, with that warm weather, like I said before, we're going to see some critical fire risks, so make sure you guys are being careful, keep some water around, be very, very cautious, and stay up to date with your local news station. Now, I do have your women's history fact of the day right down there. It started off as a day before it was a month back in 1909. Make sure you guys stay up to date with your women's history. Now let's go ahead and get into your current conditions. Right now here on campus it's 77 degrees. It's sunny outside. It feels amazing outside. A few clouds out there, but mostly clear. Have a west wind coming in at 8 miles per hour. We have some humidity sitting at 13%, and it does feel like the big number up on the screen. Now the temperatures across the state, like I said before, we're seeing some high 70s across the whole state of Oklahoma. So 77, 75 right now in Woodward, 76 up in Guyman, 75 in Ponca City, 77 in Enid, 76 in Tulsa, 75 down in Ardmore, and 74 over in Lawton. Now the current conditions the temperature for tonight is going to be 42 degrees. It's going to drop down. Going to have some clear skies. Be feeling amazing outside. We're going to have a south-southwest wind of 8 miles per hour. Humidity is going to be sitting at 27%, but we won't have any chance of rain. I believe we're all happy about that right there. Now the temperatures across the state for tonight, 42 right here in the metro. Then we're going to see some 30s everywhere else. 41 right there in Tulsa, but high 30s for everywhere else. Low 30 right there for Guyman. That's mostly the lowest that we're going to see here in Oklahoma. Now for tomorrow, the temperatures are going to stay same in the high 70s. 76 right here in the metro. Same thing in McAllister. Woodward's going to be getting up to 79, so it's going to be around 80 degrees up there. Same thing in Ponca City. 76 down here in Altus. 77 in Guyman. 75 in Miami, and then 74 down in Idabel. Now let's go ahead and look at the forecast for tomorrow. Starting at 7 a.m. is going to be a bit chilly, just like this morning when you walked outside. Some people got dressed thinking that it was going to stay cold, but as the temperature warmed up, getting into noontime, lunchtime, we saw that temperature go up. So just like for tomorrow, noontime is going to get up to 71 degrees, going to be again sunny. Then 7 p.m. we're going to get down to 67 with more clear skies. Now this is your 7-day forecast. As you can see, going throughout all the way throughout this week, all the way to Saturday, we're going to see those temperatures stay into the 70s, and then we're going to have a chance of rain starting with 20% going into Saturday, and then Saturday night, and then Sunday we're going to have 40% chance of rain, and then the temperature is going to go back down to 50 continuing into next week. Now that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll have more for you. Back to you, Patrick.
Thanks, MC. And a new feature on a popular platform and a familiar cartoon show gets an odd revival. More on this in social media after the break.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Back, and this is just in. Apple has stopped selling all of its products in Russia due to the invasion in Ukraine. In a statement from Apple, they said they were, quote, deeply concerned about the Russian invasion and has paused all product sales in the country. While the invasion in Ukraine is shown across social media platforms, big tech companies are working to restrict Russian state media. The European Union's president has called for a ban on Russian state media, and big tech companies have blocked the channels from their platform. They're doing this to avoid the spread of propaganda and misinformation. Google announced today that they are blocking YouTube channels of those outlets in Europe, but mentioned that it may take some time. We will keep you updated with any new details on the invasion in Ukraine. And if you are an avid TikTok user, listen up. It was revealed that a new feature would be coming to the app. What is this new feature? You can upload up to 10 minutes long from your device. Make sure you use the latest version of the app before checking out the new feature. People took to Twitter to share how this could have an impact on YouTube. The platform is known for housing longer form videos, but with this latest feature, it will put both platforms in a new competition with their algorithms. Will you be using this new feature? And a familiar Nickelodeon show gets an odd revival. Paramount Plus has released an official trailer for their upcoming series, The Fairly OddParents, Fairly Odder. The series will follow Timmy Turner giving his fairies to his cousin in a live-action version of the world the original series is set in. It will combine elements of the typical Nickelodeon sitcom with animation featured throughout. The voice actors of Cosmo and Wanda are set to reprise their respected roles. And the new series will debut on Paramount Plus on March 31st. And fairies aren't the only thing to look out for on streaming platforms, because it was announced that all of Netflix's original Marvel series will be coming to Disney+. Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, The Defenders, The Punisher, and ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be streaming on March 16th. All the shows were taken off of Netflix yesterday, but they will join Disney Plus's extended library of Marvel shows and movies. What do you think about this transfer? And Patrick and Jessica, I might have to check out that Fairly OddParents revival. I was a big fan of Fairly OddParents as a child, but seeing it in live action is kind of a little bit weird.
It is kind of weird. I love Fairly OddParents. I can sing the song right now in my head, but now there's real people in it.
I'm out on the revival of Fairly OddParents, but that's all that we have for you. Aaron will have highlights from yesterday's women's tennis championship coming up next, so stay tuned.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back, Bronco fans. I'm Aaron Gelvin, and this is your Day Sports Update. The UCO women's tennis team finished as the runners-up at the ITA Indoor National Championships yesterday as they were defeated 4-0 by top-seeded Barry. Central reached the championship by virtue of a thrilling upset of number 2 Indianapolis in the semifinal round. It was a pivotal 3-set heavyweight bout between UCO's Grace Chaddock that propelled the Broncos into yesterday's championship match. Central got off to a hot start in yesterday's action, but unfortunately, Barry was too much for UCO as the Buccaneers' dynastic run continues. The team from Miami, Florida had won the previous 4 NCAA Division II national titles and eliminated UCO last spring. The Broncos are next in action on the road against Southeastern Oklahoma State on March 10th. And the UCO softball team has been on a roll this season and are currently ranked 13th. Here's sophomore Taylor McKittrick on the team's mindset this year compared to last year.
I say our preparation for the games have been a lot more better than they were last year. I think a lot of people kind of just settled down more than last year. They like to overthink a lot, and I think this year we just haven't really thought. We just played.
The team currently is 2 on the season and is riding a 10-game winning streak. Their game tomorrow will be their first since February 21st and will be on the road against former conference rival Midwestern State. And the UCO men's basketball team is the number 1 seed in the MIAA conference tournament in Kansas City, Missouri, and will have a bye until the quarterfinals as they await the winner of Central Missouri versus Northeastern State in the 8-9 game. That game is scheduled for 6 p.m. on Thursday, and Central won their first regular season title since becoming a member of the conference a decade ago. A win in this tournament would also be their first postseason championship. UCO's record this season was 23-5 overall and 18-4 in conference. They boast the MIAA's most potent offense at 83 points per contest, and they are led by senior forward Isaiah Wade and is nearly 19 points per game. If UCO were to reach the tournament's championship game, it would be the first time since 2014 when they fell to Missouri Southern. And the UCO women's basketball team also turns its focus to postseason play. They are the 7th seed for the MIAA conference tournament after a 16-12 season overall and a 12-10 record in conference. They will take on 10 seed Emporia State in round 1 of the tourney tomorrow at 2:15 p.m. It's the 9th consecutive conference postseason appearance for the Broncos, and they were able to sweep Emporia State this season, winning 2 very close games by just a combined 5 points. And your Oklahoma City Thunder were at home last night after a weekend off as they hosted the Sacramento Kings inside Paycom Center. The Thunder fell 131-110 to drop them to 1-2 following the All-Star break and 19-42 on the season overall. This game was tied at halftime, but the Kings outscored the Thunder by 9 in the third quarter and 12 in the fourth to win going away by 21. The Kings' De'Aaron Fox led the way with 29 points, but Sacramento also got 20-plus from Trey Lyles with 24 and Harrison Barnes with 23. Oklahoma City was paced by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's 37 points, as it was his 3rd game back from injury and his 3rd straight, scoring over 30. He also chipped in 10 assists to grab a double-double. One area where the Kings really had an advantage was points in the paint, where they outscored OKC 68-56. The Thunder weren't very good defensively either, as they allowed the Kings to shoot over 56% from the floor, en route to allowing 131 points. The Thunder will next take the floor tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time on the road against the Denver Nuggets, featuring reigning
on display again for both teams. How about the backdoor alley-oop?
6-25 on the season. And finally, I couldn't let you go without showing you the play of the night last night in the NBA. Just watch what Memphis Grizzlies star point guard Ja Morant does here against the Spurs.
Morant blows by Primo. Attack!
Wow! Petey, I thought we've seen it all. We have not seen it all.
goodness. That's the best dunk of Morant's career. Gotta be.
What did we just see?
That wasn't all Morant did last night as he scored a career-high 52 points and led Memphis to a victory. It was the first 50-plus point outing in Grizzlies franchise history. And that's everything I have for sports today. Have a great evening, Edmond, and we'll take it back to Jessica and Patrick at the desk. Guys, you love that Ja Morant dunk, right?
That was insane.
I'm speechless, but still ahead. We'll take one last look at your forecast, plus the link between owning pets and preventing memory loss. Stick around.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world? You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look.
Welcome back, and we are having some gorgeous weather this week. I'm super excited for the 70s. What about you?
I know, MC. Please tell me spring is coming and winter is gone. Please.
Spring is coming. We're going to see a lot of warm temperatures and a lot of rain coming our way. But right now, let's go ahead and talk about the temperatures for tonight. Here on campus is going to be 42 degrees. Clear skies is going to be amazing. The perfect thing to do, in my opinion, is go look at the stars. That's my favorite thing to do. We're going to have a south-southwest wind coming in at 8 miles per hour, and the humidity is going to be sitting at 27%. Now, the daily forecast for tomorrow, we're going to see the same thing that happened today happen again tomorrow. It's going to start out 7 a.m. chilly, 42 degrees. Going into lunchtime, we're going to see that sun start to come out and be very bright with that 70 temperature, 71 right there. Then going into nighttime, 7 p.m., we're going to get down to 67. Now, the temperatures across the state for tomorrow, we're going to see some more high 70s and mid 70s. So here in the metro, we're going to see mostly 76, 75, and 74 down there, and then high 70s up there. And then we have their 7-day forecast. Again, it is the first day of National Women's or International Women's History Month. Make sure you guys tell your favorite woman happy Women's History Month and tell them how much you love her. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, MC. And some good news. Having a pet bestie could boost your brain power. The study shows pets could delay memory loss and other kinds of cognitive decline.
Especially verbal memory, like memorizing a list of words. For example, all the crazy nicknames you come up with your pet. Study authors say you have to have a pet pal for 5 years or more.
And there's no clear answer from this study as to why, but previous studies have shown negative impact of stress on the brain, and pets can help cut back on the stress.
I can definitely vouch for that. My dogs have definitely de-stressed me, especially the past 2 years of this crazy COVID chaos and having to stay at home. So.
For sure. Love my family's pets. I might have to get a dog of my own and go from there, but we are glad you guys joined us today. I'm Patrick Talbot.
I'm Jessica Morales. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Stay safe, Broncos.